And bienvenidos, amigos. This is the Carbingo show. I am Ramon Robles. That means welcome, friends. I don't know if you knew that, Frank.
I did know that.
Did you know? Come on, you're just saying that now so you don't look foolish.
Yeah, right.
I am Ramon Robles along with Frank Rios and Matthew Barroso. Happy New Year, guys. Although we did a New Year's Day show.
Yeah.
I'm still kind of getting used to this whole New Year thing. You know, January is just weird. Coming out of the holidays, my Christmas stuff just came down today, even though it's the 8th of January.
Wow.
This is because January 6th for Hispanics is a big deal, is an important day. So important, I forget the name of it.
Dia de los Reyes.
Is that?
Right?
Oh, yeah, that's it.
Reyes Magos,
Yeah. There you go. I appreciate that. So y'all did know what Benvenidos Amigos means.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So I'm kind of all out of sorts, but I'm glad y'all are here. I appreciate you being here.
No, we appreciate you being here.
Well,
thank you.
It's my pleasure. This is the Carbingo show on 950 KPRC. Our drive here is to take that used vehicle off your hands, out of your garage, out of your driveway, wherever it is, in storage. Maybe you parked it there 5 years ago and you forgot about it. Guess what? It's worth more now than it has probably ever been.
That's absolutely right, Ramon. Right now, pre-owned cars are bringing a premium. They're bringing all the money, all the chili, like I like to say.
Yes, sir.
Because of the shortage of new cars. So a lot of people have those cars that they've had. Maybe it was a gift and you don't like it. You just don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. So you have it somewhere in the garage. Sell it to Carbingo. Super simple, carbingo.com. A couple questions that you have to answer, and you're going to get a hard number within 2 to 3 minutes right away. Once you like that number, you can bring it to one of our buying centers where you're going to get a check within 15, 20 minutes. You get the check right now. Other places will offer you a certain amount of money for your car. You have to wait 8, 10 days before you get paid. At Carbingo, you get paid right away. 15, 20 minutes. Really simple. Or you can call us at 87 Carbingo, 872-272-4646 if you want to talk to a live person that's going to guide you on how to sell us your car. Super simple.
Man, that's nice. That's convenient. Thanks for making it so simple. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Well, I got a major announcement, and I didn't want to tell y'all before the show started because I wanted to get y'all's legitimate reaction here. But this is our last show.
Oh, no.
Unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately. We the three of us, are moving on to bigger and better endeavors.
Okay.
Planners is hiring 3 new drivers for its Nutmobile.
Oh, nice.
3. 1, 2, 3.
We made it, Frank.
Let's do it.
Yeah, we did it. We cashed in this radio, this show.
The dream comes alive.
We cashed in and
Nice.
Now the job starts in July, but I figure we could take some time off between our jobs now and then.
get familiar with some peanuts.
Yeah, drive around, get our affairs in order.
Very cool.
The job
Sell
starts
our
in
cars.
July. It's a full year of driving all over the country.
Wow.
You're not just going to be the driver. You got to plan events at different stops around the country, and you got to perform in character and in costume. So one of y'all is going to have to dress up.
Do they have
as
a double XO?
probably?
costume?
Well, it's a peanut. I mean,
Because I'm going to say.
yeah, no, it's a big
large
peanut.
peanut.
Yeah, it's a 40-hour work week, but it doesn't exactly say how much you're going to be making. But look, you get to drive the peanut mobile.
And it will look fantastic on your resume.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Can we sell the peanut mobile?
We can eat all the we Carbingo sell the look that up during the
That would
break.
be super interesting
what
to
the
appraise the
$2 million.
peanut mobile. Wonder what kind of car that is that they made into a peanut.
That's a good question. And then the miles on that. Is it a new one? Is it an old one?
Yep.
You know.
It's got to be a lot of miles, I would assume.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
It's a run on peanut oil.
The layers
that?
keep pulling back.
all right. So what we got to do? They talk about submitting a 30-second video explaining why you're a good fit.
I can make a video.
Obviously,
Yeah, you
we're a
can.
perfect fit, so we don't even have
Right.
to worry about that. But congratulations, boys.
Thank you, sir.
Top of the world, man.
We
Awesome.
made it.
Yep. Let's see. So it's the beginning of a new year. We got to talk about things that we want to get rid of, right? Clean slate. Somebody said it's 365 days of blank canvas. We get to do whatever we want with it.
Right.
Some of the things that we need to start working on is banishing words that we don't want to use anymore or have people use anymore. Those words include, wait, what? No worries. Let me know if any of these bother you. At the end of the day, that being said,
You know, at the end of the day, something that Jeff says all the time.
at the end of the day,
All the time. He says, at the end of the day, this, and the end of the day, that.
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
Asking for a friend,
Mhm.
circle back, and deep dive.
None of those bother me.
See,
They don't bother me either.
Yeah.
in my day job, we deal with a lot of spokespeople, PR people, politicians.
At the end of the day, that must be frustrating.
At the end of the day, it is annoying because you hear it all the time.
Right.
And I think people who say these words don't know that they're saying them. It's
just part of their vocabulary.
yeah, it's just
What
natural.
gets to me more than that is like when people use words that are not like, I don't know. What's a good example?
They
like,
think they're using the right word.
yeah,
but it
like
doesn't
people
belong
who
there.
say the word the wrong way or something.
Yeah.
Stuff like
What's
that.
the big one? Irregardless is a big
That's
one.
yeah. people say
Irregardless
that.
is not a word,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I get what you're saying. It's just, I guess I'm just I just listen to I'm an audio medium guy.
Right.
And so I hear these things constantly.
You're a wordsmith.
Yeah, if you want to say that. I
Yeah.
wish I had better vocabulary. I use like way too much. And I try to,
A lot of ums.
yeah. A lot
Yeah,
of,
they say not to do that, right? Not to,
Yeah. On the radio while we're having people listen to us.
yeah, we're dropping all the annoying
Everybody's just
stuff
like,
on them. Yeah, so.
At the end of the
that's,
day, it's going to be.
Regardless.
Yeah.
I didn't tell
Interesting.
y'all. During the celebrations on New Year's Eve. By the way, did we talk about fireworks on New Year's Eve? Because
No.
it didn't occur to me to tell y'all last Saturday, but I had our neighbors cuss us, and I think it's the neighbors that live behind us that we never have seen before because
Wow.
they're behind us neighbors. But we were popping fireworks, and I live within the city limits where they are illegal. But
Allegedly.
you were
allegedly
I mean,
popping.
driving 56 miles an hour is illegal. You know,
Right,
it's just a
right,
matter
right.
of enforcement, right?
Right.
Well,
Allegedly driving.
yeah,
Pinot
I
Mobile.
know people who have
Yeah,
driven
that
over
Pinot
55.
Mobile.
Yeah, exactly. And the neighbor F-bombed us.
Wow.
And we were firing black cats. And it was 8:30 at night on New Year's Eve. I mean,
It's expected.
now, yeah.
Were they
right.
older or younger?
They sounded older. And, you know, you hear the
You
door
rascals.
open. GD,
Yeah.
effing stop that. You know, and I thought, oh,
Wow.
Probably have a lapdog going crazy inside.
yeah, maybe. But
Poor
we have
dog's
dogs.
had like trauma.
We have dogs who have issues, and my father-in-law was there, and he has PTSD, but he understands it's
Right.
New Year's Eve. I mean, it's going to happen. It's my
We're
issue,
popping
not
out here,
yours.
Pops.
Right.
I'm not the jerk here, right? I mean,
I don't think so.
It's New
it
Year's.
was 8:30,
Yeah,
right? I
of
just
course
needed to
not.
feel validated. That's
I mean,
all.
8:30 is a little. I mean, like if it was midnight or something. Okay, hey, dude. But
Well,
at midnight,
even at midnight,
Well, even
probably
at midnight,
good
that's
year.
when you hear
That's
them
when it
the
ramps
most,
up the
yeah.
most.
And
That's
it
true.
did, but now I could see if
That's
it was
true.
2 a.m. on Thursday,
Right.
the 4th of January, you know. But
Yeah.
this was, and so
You should do
know,
it like every Friday now.
I thought about it,
Yeah.
and we stopped. And the bummer was my kids 6 and 4. They love that stuff, right? But
Right.
we were firework blocked. So
Man.
I was just looking for validation. I wasn't a jerk, right?
Yeah,
No.
just
Pet me on the head.
just
guys.
every
Make me
now
feel
and then,
better.
just throw a couple in his backyard and be like, I don't know. Well, it's not me. It's
Yeah,
definitely
yeah,
not me.
yeah. I might fling dog poop back
At the
there.
end of the day, sir.
At the end of the day, we're going to circle back to this topic because we have to run to break. 872-272-4646 is the phone number. Carbingo.com is the website. Sell us your vehicular. This is the Carbingo Show on 950 KPRC.
Carbingo, because your car is worth more.
And this is the Carbingo Show on 950 KPRC. I am Ramon Robles along with Matthew Barroso and Frank Rios. We want to buy your vehicle that's just sitting there, the jalopy that you haven't driven in 5 years, 3 years even. It's worth more than it. Do you see this changing anytime soon?
Yeah, it's going to change.
Yeah.
It's going to change once the new car inventory normalizes and there's new car inventory to
Is
be
there
sold.
word that may be happening soon? Do we know?
We're starting to get, or dealerships are starting to get a lot more inventory now. So yes, it's going to change in the near future. But
Okay.
as of right now, these pre-owned cars are just bringing rain.
Strike while the
They're bringing-
iron's hot.
Absolutely, they're bringing all kinds of money. So if you have that, a grandparent that is maybe a little too dangerous behind the wheel
Right.
now,
Yeah.
have to sell their 79 Mercury or whatever. Just Carbingo.com is the easiest way to do it.
Yep.
You have a car that maybe you're a first-time buyer, you pay too much interest, and you want to get rid of that loan so you can go and buy another car. Carbingo.com is probably your solution. Even on leased cars, we've figured out that right now they're worth more than MSRP in many cases. So
Crazy.
it's pretty crazy. You can come and sell us your car that you're leasing, and you're probably going to walk out with money in your pocket and having driven your car for free. So Carbingo.com, the easiest way to do it, or you can call us at 87 Carbingo, which is 872-272-4646, and we'll be more than happy to help you and guide you on how to sell this car.
And just to clarify, as we established last year, you cannot go rent a car and sell it.
No, you can't rent a car.
That is
so-
illegal, and you will be arrested.
That's a no-no.
Okay,
Yes.
just making sure.
Put that on the list.
Now, that being said, at the end of the day, we do want to buy your car.
Let's take a deep dive into that, but yes.
If you're just joining us, we were talking about words that need to be banished, and we just gave you about 4 of them right there. Okay, so I read the story this week, and I thought this is a fabulous idea for next year for Christmas, because a little brag here, I bought my wife a tennis bracelet for Christmas.
Okay.
Nice.
Because I think it's every man, when they can't think of anything thoughtful to get, they just go out and buy her something expensive, right? I mean, that's me anyway. You know, some people will say, look, here's a leaf from the first tree that I proposed to you under or something. Not me. I can't think like that. Here's a tennis bracelet. Okay, so this guy bought his wife identical earrings for Christmas, but one was fake and one was real. And he made her pick. I mean, pairs, a pair, not one and one, but a pair of earrings were real and a pair of earrings were fake. And he said, here they are, honey. Pick which one you like.
Wow.
And I thought that is, and then he
What
took
a
the other
mind
one.
game.
He took the other one back.
It's a real power move.
Whichever one.
So which ones did she pick? Did they
She
say?
picked.
The
You ready for this?
The fake ones?
She picked the fake ones.
Wow.
I don't know how much he paid for the real ones, but it's captured on video. It's out there on Instagram if you want to check it out.
It's probably like
Interesting.
he gave her probably like a 1 carat diamond earrings, and then the
Right.
fake ones were like 4 carats.
I think.
Right.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
I'll take the big one.
They're both awesome.
Yeah. But the cynic in me thinks, was that real or is that just kind of an internet, a social media click?
Most
thing?
likely.
Right? Isn't
Yeah.
that how it is nowadays? That's
Yeah,
how I see things.
Nothing's real on the
Right,
internet.
absolutely.
Yeah, everything's a setup now.
Question
right?
everything.
Yeah. Too bad we can't do that with like our elected officials.
Right.
But when it comes to
Yeah.
social media, I Zapruder the heck out of all those videos.
Absolutely.
All right. So she picked the fake ones and he allegedly took the real ones back. And I thought, that's a pretty good idea. I thought it probably wouldn't work with pets. You know, which one's the real pet? But I mean,
Unless,
unless,
yeah,
it might work with appliances. You know, which one do you like better? Cover the name. I don't know.
Appliances for Christmas. I like that.
Yeah.
Pasta
Oh,
makers.
Yeah. Get your wife an appliance for Christmas.
How
Frank.
much iron do you want better? This one.
It's retro. It's a retro.
Did I tell you my wife bought me a pizza oven for Christmas?
That is so cool.
Yeah, really cool.
Is it a newbie?
Yeah, uni.
That's what it is.
Yeah, it is an uni.
I don't know why I said newbie.
Yeah, so
Uni,
evidently
yeah, I've
you
heard
know
of
about
those,
that. Yeah, the things are
Are
amazing.
they electric?
No,
it's
no.
like a brick oven, but it's small.
Some of them
Like
can
the air
be.
fryer of
Yeah,
of
pizza makers.
ovens.
Some of them can be electric. This one
really
runs
cool.
on whatever you want to burn. It can do
Oh,
little
wow.
wood chips, or it can do pellets, or it can
really
do
cool.
charcoal. I mean, this thing gets
They're
up to
small too.
Yeah, yeah. They're not.
Have you
they're not
fired
very
it up?
big.
Have
Oh
you-
yeah, yeah. I mean, these
He's had
things.
57 pizzas in the last 6 days.
50s, yeah, and 4 of them were edible.
Right.
You gotta, there's a little finesse.
Low
to
batting
it.
average, but
But it
good.
takes literally 1 minute to cook these pizzas.
That's
So
awesome.
Your
Yeah, it's
ingredients
cool.
have to be cooked. You can't
There's
be
like 800 degrees or something.
oh, it
It's
gets up
crazy
to
hot.
1,000. I mean, this thing.
Yeah, it's cool.
Wow.
They're real
This
cool.
thing.
You'd probably love it. It's
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah.
Now the problem I'm running into though is I bought myself a pellet grill for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
My wife had already bought this pizza thing for me for Christmas. It was already in transit. I didn't know about it. I told my wife, baby, if you want to give me something for Christmas, give me a pellet grill. And she wasn't going to say no. And she wasn't going to say no because I got you something else. So she went along, said, yeah, go ahead.
Right.
So I got a pellet grill. I have a fire disc cooker out there. And now I have this pizza oven, not to mention my old stick burner. And now our huge patio is all of a sudden
An
cluttered.
outdoor restaurant.
Yeah, with first world problems, I realize. But
Right.
if any of you guys are
Nice.
looking to buy outdoor furniture for cheap,
Jeez.
come see me. All right, 2022 hottest new illness. We were talking about this before the show, actually. Florona.
Florona, yeah.
Florona. It is a.
I heard that today was the first time I've ever heard of Florona.
Okay. Well, the world's first case of Florona was confirmed last week in Israel. A young pregnant woman simultaneously contracted both COVID and the flu, and for what it's worth, she wasn't vaccinated for either. Luckily, she had mild cases of both, and she's expected to make a full recovery. She also gave birth. Oh, yeah, she also had the baby, and it sounds like
Wow.
the baby's okay.
She'll be all right.
Yeah, to be clear, Florona is not a new disease. The flu and COVID are separate viruses. They attack the upper respiratory tract, but she is the first person to have both.
Wow.
I mean, I didn't realize that was a possibility, but not only that, but now they gave it a name, and it's something that looks scary on a headline. I mean, this has got to end soon, right? I mean, we're kind of at the end of all this.
I would say
I
that
hope
is the
so,
end.
man.
right? Yeah.
If they're mixing them together to make it sound like it's one thing, it's
Yeah.
It's real. I mean, it's a real thing. People are going to catch it, but I think the chaos is over.
Yeah. I like to think that too.
We'll see, but
Let's
hopefully
hope so.
not.
Although Friday before school let out, we got an email from our school saying that bus drivers are sick and to expect delays. So I'm thinking about between now and the time we get in the peanut mobile, being a bus driver.
By the way, if you want to sell your bus, if you have a bus laying around at home, Carbingo.com.
Will you buy a school
We'll
bus?
buy a school bus.
Is
yes.
that true?
Absolutely.
Have you ever sold a school bus? Do you that you know of?
No.
Okay.
A lot of people take school buses and big buses and they turn them into like
Mobile
apartments
home.
kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen some really nice
pretty cool.
ones, pretty
Yeah.
impressive ones. That would be kind of neat.
So if you have one, that's how you sell it. Boom. Right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a market.
87 Carbingo, and it doesn't have to be a school bus. What
Okay.
about Greyhound bus? What
You know
about the
what?
big-
Probably we could put it in there and see what. Yeah, we'll give you a number on the Greyhound
It's
bus.
worth something to somebody
Yeah.
somewhere.
No, it
Yeah.
has to be your Greyhound bus.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Hey, driver, could you just pull
Just
off
a
here
ton
for a
of
minute?
metros.
I know we're going to San Antonio, but could you just
Let me
pull
get
off?
this check really quick. I'll be right back.
872-272-4646 is the phone number. Anybody driven a big bus like that before?
I have not.
I haven't either. No.
Biggest vehicle you've ever driven?
truck.
Yeah,
a regular truck.
lifted truck probably. Yeah,
Yeah.
praising
I drove
huge.
a passenger van, 15-seat passenger van.
Yeah, I've driven those. As
But
well.
those things are so easy to drive now because they have all the bells and whistles, the
Right.
side view, the cameras, and everything.
Yeah.
Never driven an RV. I'm intimidated.
Yeah.
No.
Right?
I would love to.
I've driven an RV.
Oh well, that
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
A
I've
big
driven
one,
a-
full size.
Yes, a full size RV. Yes.
How was that?
It was interesting. It was actually my brother-in-law that rented it once, and when we took it around, and he drove it from Arizona to from Tucson to Flagstaff.
Oh, it's not
Yeah.
that far.
Yeah, no, went skiing with this RV. That was pretty cool.
Okay.
You ever driven a
Yeah.
boat or anything like that?
I'm sorry.
Like a boat?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have too. Yeah,
Never done that.
small boat. I mean,
Yeah. Right. Not
No yachts.
Yeah.
No.
I mean nothing bigger than
No
that
cruise
100
ships.
feet. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Huh. Any kind of mind games with driving something that big? Because to me, it
Yeah,
feels like
it's-
it wouldn't even fit in the
No,
lane.
absolutely. It's huge. Just so turning, it's just kind of
Yeah.
a challenge. You got to really look where you're going and have to allow the space.
Plan.
Yeah, but it was relatively pretty easy to maneuver and move around, so it wasn't that.
Because I'm thinking about taking the show on the road and doing it, cross
Yeah.
country
Yeah.
in an RV, so that we just pull off to the side, do the show, and send
That'd
it
be
back
fun.
down, and we get back on the road.
Yeah. Why don't we do it from
Bring
the
your
peanut,
bring
the
your
peanut mobile?
bring your uni.
Yeah, I'll bring the Uni. We'll do it from the Peanut Mobile.
Yeah.
All right, that sounds
Wow.
good. This is the Carbingo Show on 950 KPRC. We want to buy your used vehicular that's just sitting there. Carbingo.com is the website. Go in there, type in just a little information, just a couple things, right?
Absolutely.
And you don't even have to talk to anybody if you go the online route.
Absolutely not. You just go to carbingo.com. It's going to ask you just a couple of questions about your car. You don't even have to have the VIN number if you don't have it handy. And once you put that information in there, within a couple of minutes, you're going to get our number. And then that number is going to be a range. And if you like that number, then go ahead and call us at 87 Carbingo, 872-272-4646, or come visit us at one of our buying centers. That's online as well, where you can take it with locations. And you're going to get a check within 15 minutes. As long as that information that you're putting on Carbingo.com is accurate, you're going to have somebody go out there, a buyer who's going to go out there and look at the car, make sure it's accurate, and you get a check right away. It's very, very easy. It's very, very simple. They'll guide you exactly of what you need to bring, and you get a check right away, Ramon. It's super
right.
easy to sell your car at Carbingo.com.
When we come back, speaking of pizza, we will talk about the best leftover food to eat. The best leftover food to eat. This is the Carbingo Show on 950 KPRC. Welcome back to the Carbingo Show. I am Ramon Robles, along with Matthew Barroso and Frank Rios. When we left off, we were talking about, I said we were going to talk about leftovers. Survey
Yes.
came out, asked people the best food to eat leftover. According to a new survey, the average American's weekly diet features 5 home-cooked meals, 3 takeout meals, 3 meals out at a restaurant, and 3 leftover meals. 72% of those people identified themselves as fans of leftovers. But some leftovers, as you know, are better than others.
Right.
What was the number one leftover food to eat? I'm asking you guys that. I mean, the answer's right here. I'm looking.
I would guess it's probably
When asked
pizza, right?
what food made the best leftovers,
Just
this
reheat it,
food
eat it.
was the most popular. What were we going to say?
My guess is pizza.
Okay.
I say lasagna is a good one too.
Okay.
For the next
Okay.
thing. It
I like
tastes
cold
really good.
lasagna.
Yeah, I love cold
I hate
lasagna.
Cold lasagna.
My wife
and warm beer.
thinks I'm crazy. I love cold pizza
No
and I
warm
love lasagna.
Cold pasta is really good.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
like it.
But that's wrong.
Oh, okay.
Pasta was number 3. Pizza was number 2.
So it's close.
Yep. Number 1, soups and stews.
Oh, yeah,
they
you
get
just
better.
reheat
That's
it.
right. They get
Yeah, they
better
do,
as-
right?
as
That's true.
they,
That's the trick. Is you make chili yesterday for today because it gets better as
very
it gets
true.
there.
So it was a trick question.
Yeah.
You're trying to lead us.
Of the 18 choices, sushi was the least popular leftover. Anybody eat leftover sushi?
No.
Anybody?
I'm not
eat
even a
leftover
fan of eating
Nobody
sushi
eats
when it's
Nobody eats
fresh.
leftover,
No.
right? I mean, it's tough enough that it's raw.
When you buy it from a gas station.
Oy,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, no. I like leftover. Well, I don't eat it, but I like leftover pizza. But like my
don't eat it?
mom, I like leftover pizza. But my family has this thing where, like, when we make homemade pizza, they like the cold pizza in the morning with a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's kind of a weird combo.
Yeah, it is, but that makes sense.
but
I mean,
it's
it
probably
sounds good.
right?
I could see myself.
I think
doing
anything with a cup of coffee is pretty.
tamales in the morning with coffee. It's
Yeah,
fantastic.
Tamales are so good.
Now, there's one
Tamales.
food that once it gets cold, there's no saving it. You can't reheat it in the microwave. You can't do anything, and that food is French fries.
Air fryer. Is
Okay,
air
I was,
fryer
which
the
was
answer?
gonna, I was gonna
Yeah.
ask.
Huh.
I guess
Okay.
you throw it back in the oven, but if you throw if you get one time we ordered McDonald's,
Yeah.
bad choice, but we had McDonald's and we had a bunch of leftover fries because my kids don't really eat them. So the next morning I took them and I put them in the fridge, and then the next morning I put them in the air fryer, and then I chopped them up and I made hash browns.
Oh, get
Nice.
out.
Great
Smart
idea.
move.
They
were
That's
good,
next level,
dude.
Martha Stewart.
They were good.
Yeah, that's good. By the way,
Scratch some eggs on 'em.
That's too
Whataburger, the best French fry in the fast food world, followed closely by Five Guys.
I'm not a fan of Five Guys.
Okay,
Mm-mm.
no,
I like Five
Too
Guys
greasy.
burgers a lot.
yeah, Five Guys burger,
Burgers are good,
fantastic.
They're really,
The new
really
spicy.
good.
Have you had the new spicy ketchup?
No, I went by
At
2 days
Whataburger,
ago,
yeah.
The
and
little white
they didn't
level
have
one?
it yet.
Fancy.
Is it good? Is it spicy?
They've
No, I'm
always
asking,
had it.
have you
It's
had
a-
Oh, I thought
Yeah, it
you-
looks fancy. It's the fancy with
Yeah,
the
yeah.
hot sauce.
It's
on it.
white and
But I thought they had that for a long time. I've had spicy ketchup.
They have
but-
spicy
This is
ketchup, but
number
now
2.
they have
Oh, they have a different one now?
a new one with hot sauce on it.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
This
No, I
is
don't think
called
I've had
batch
that
number
one.
2, like
I read-
whiskey.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's go after the show and get us some Whataburger
Let's do.
and
Yeah.
ketchup.
Ketchup?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Or
it's
ketchup.
ketchup. Ketchup.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, close.
What did I say?
You said ketchup.
Ketchup.
We'll catch up later.
Ketchup is a
Oh,
word. Isn't it one of those words
ketchup.
that has to be.
It might be on that list. Yeah.
Yeah. So I said ketchup, and the actual word is ketchup.
Ketchup.
I'd never heard that. I mean, I
Catsup.
don't hear myself.
Catsup.
Catsup. That's how
Ketchup.
Mexicans say ketchup.
Yeah.
English
Ketchup.
is so
My
hard.
grandmother says el cachu.
Ketchup.
El cachu.
Yeah.
All right. So what did you say the best French fry was?
I didn't say anything.
What,
He said he likes Five Guys.
I
Five
like
Guys
the
burgers.
Yeah, the French fries. I don't know. I think Whataburger makes a really good French
Whataburger's
fry.
the best French fry. Now here's the secret. We had a manager call into the day job I have. They called in. She was a manager at Whataburger, and she said if they're not busy, ask for crispy fries,
Oh yeah.
and they fry them again.
Really?
And they are
The true hack is ask for fries with no salt, so they have to give you a new batch.
oh nice and hot. But then I like the salt on the fries.
Yeah, you just put your own.
Oh man, that's a lot of work.
Can I get the salt separate, please?
Salt on the side.
Salt on the side. please.
But well, if you ask them to for crispy fries, they have to put them back in again, and they're hot.
I
and
didn't
crispy.
know that. That sounds cool. I'm gonna
Don't
try
do it
that.
when they're busy, because then you're a jerk. But do
Yeah.
it when they have time to take the fries and put them back in the fryer for another minute or two. Oh, so good.
makes a difference.
I mean, the best fries already are the ones that were crispy. That
Right.
sometimes
Right,
are at the
that's
bottom of
true.
the cup.
Right.
Imagine a whole container full of those fries.
Interesting.
Crispy fries. You're welcome. Let's talk about some random facts. Some of these things aren't going to be worth much, but other things on here you're going to repeat. In the past, soccer balls were brown, all brown, and they were bleached white.
Right.
The black pentagons that they're known for were added in the 1970 World Cup. Do you know why?
So it can be seen on TV probably
That
easier?
is exactly right. Look at the brains on
Mm-hmm.
Frank. Yeah, so that you could see it on TV, particularly on black and white TVs back in the 70s.
Ah.
Americans are drinking less orange juice now than any other time in the past 2 decades, but we still drink more than any other country in the world. So here's the question. Orange juice, pulp or no pulp?
Pulp for me.
Pulp?
Oh, yeah.
All right, we got one
I like
pulp.
both. Yeah.
Well,
either
you got to
one.
pick one.
If I gotta pick, I guess no pulp.
Okay, we got one no pulp.
But-
Jennifer?
No pulp.
No pulp. Ryan? No pulp. Ooh. By a count of 3-2, no pulp is the clear
about
winner.
you?
I love pulp. 3-2.
So 3-2.
Yeah,
I
pulp.
didn't
I
count.
like to chew my orange juice.
Yeah, I like that too.
You can just chew a regular orange.
Oh yeah,
Then it's better.
really?
Yeah.
That's funny. Jennifer said she likes it when she's sick. Otherwise, no thanks. Let's see.
The pulp or orange juice?
The pulp.
Oh.
She strains the juice out and just eats the pulp.
Yeah, because where else are you going to find pulp around?
Right.
Not in the actual
Yeah.
orange juice.
That's too much work.
Anybody a dog lover?
I love dogs.
People love dogs. We love dogs. Anyone want to take a guess? According to a canine psychologist, I didn't know there was such a
Wow.
thing. The smartest dog breed is. Let me see here.
German
You can-
Shepherd.
1, 2. Okay, give me the top 3, or just. Hey, look, here's 5. Give me a German Shepherd. You said that is 1. That's actually number 3.
Golden Retriever.
Pit
Golden
bull?
Retriever's number 4. What are you saying, Jennifer?
Labrador.
Labrador? No, not on here.
Pitbull?
Poodle is number 2.
Ooh,
Jack
poodle.
Russell Terrier.
Yeah, poodle.
Probably
Close.
number
Doberman Pinscher is number
Oh.
5. Number 1. It's a famous dog,
Chihuahua.
not a German Shepherd. Famous dog.
Dalmatian?
Had its own show.
Collie.
Border Collie is
Yeah.
number 1.
Lassie.
Lassie, that is correct.
My grandma
Lassie,
used to have one.
number 1 dog. Let's see. There's a tradition in Japan called namahaji. I'm probably mispronouncing that. Where grown men dress up like demons to scare children into behaving. They go from house to house yelling stuff like, "Are there any crybabies at home?" Or "Are naughty kids around?"
Wow.
Not a bad idea.
I'm going to start doing that around.
We're going to start practicing
Yeah.
some namahaji in my
You'll
house.
probably get shot in Texas. though.
Yeah, no,
That's
yeah.
not funny, Frank, but that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You know what?
Something's going to the neighbor's house.
Yeah.
That neighbor behind you with the fireworks.
Yeah, you know what? That's true. He has it out for me.
That's so weird. No,
That is
sounds
strange.
traumatizing.
Yeah, well,
I guess that's the
behave.
point, right?
Yeah. Peter Billingsley, a.k.a. Ralphie from A Christmas Story,
Mm.
was an executive producer for Iron Man.
Wow.
So he's rich.
Good for him.
Yeah. Speaking of, the highest grossing actor of all time. This is,
Isn't it The Rock?
this is based on an actor who has been in movies that have grossed the most amount of money.
Harrison
So
Ford,
he
maybe?
could not necessarily be a star,
Mm.
but just somebody who had a part in movies that have grossed the most. It's kind of, you wouldn't have expected it, but when you hear that, once you hear the answer,
Like Elijah Woods or
you're going to
something?
go, oh yeah. Yeah, I
Lord of
mean
the
something
Rings,
like that. You're not going to
Harry
realize
Potter.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, you could make a play for Samuel Jackson because he was in Jurassic Park and he was in the
that's
Star
true.
Wars. He was also in some of the Marvel movies.
Hmm.
But the correct answer is Stan Lee.
Oh.
Because he was in literally
He's in
every,
every
Marvel,
movie.
and
That's true.
it's grossed $10 billion. So that's what we got going for us. This is the Carbingo Show on 950 KPRC. We want to buy your vehicular. I mean, that's what we're here for. We're just singing and dancing while you
Yes.
pick up the phone or go to the website and sell us your car.
Absolutely. We're buying all kinds of different cars, sports cars, commercial vehicles, you name it, we're going to buy it.
Electric vehicles?
Electric vehicles.
my
We've bought in several Teslas already, several electric vehicles. Carbingo.com is the easiest way to sell your car. Carbingo.com, you're going to answer a couple of questions. We can either go to your house and give you a check and pick up your car, or bring it to one of our buying centers where within 15 minutes you're going to get a check. Super simple. Carbingo.com. We want to buy your car.
This is the Carbingo Show on 950 KPRC. Welcome back to the Carbingo Show on 950 KPRC. I am Ramon Robles along with Frank Rios and Matthew Barroso. And we want to buy your car.
Absolutely. The easiest way to sell your car is through Carbingo.com. A couple questions that you answer, and within a couple of minutes, you're going to get a hard number where you bring it to one of our buying centers, and in 15 minutes or less, you're going to get a check in your hand that you can go cash.
Now, when you say a hard number, you don't mean something with a lot of decimals like that we have to figure
Not a
out.
difficult
You mean
number, yeah.
for
No,
sure
not
number.
a difficult number.
Is that a 4 or is that a 9? I can't tell. This is
Right.
hard. You mean this
You mean
is
an
the
actual
number.
number that's pretty precise. As long as the
yeah,
information
sure.
you put on
I get
Carbingo
that.
is precise, you're going to get a number that's pretty precise.
If you
You're gonna
forget
get
to
that
say that you don't have back seats in your car, that number's probably going to change.
It's gonna be
bit.
a little different,
but that's
yeah.
on you, not on the Carbingo folks.
Correct.
Yeah,
Correct.
but okay. So a hard number, you're going to get all the
Yes.
chili. It's an aggressive offer.
Yes.
You're going to be satisfied.
And it's going to be fast.
That's
There's
what I
other,
like.
other places that want to buy your car. It takes 8 to 10 days before you get your check. You're gonna talk to a live buyer. We have these
Yep.
national buyers. It's very, very easy. You don't even have to talk to anybody. You go to carbingo.com. Once you get that number and you like that number, you can either bring it to one of our buying centers where we're going to give you a check once again in 15, 20 minutes. Really quick, really simple. We want to buy that car. We want to take grandpa behind off that
Yes.
wheel when it's a little too dangerous to drive around the corner. You have that car accumulating dust. Maybe
Yep.
mice are getting into the engine and chewing on
Right.
the wires. Sell us that car. Right now, it's worth more than ever. You pre-owned cars are worth more money right now than they have since I've been doing this, and I've been doing this a long, long time.
Speaking of getting grandpa out from behind the wheel, I'd like to get my wife out from behind the wheel. Let me just tell you about one of her bad habits of driving. And I'm glad you brought that up because this is annoying. My wife assumes that to drive a vehicle, you either have to be on the gas or be on the brake. And there is no in between. There is not a minute where there can be neither one of them engaged. And I'll give you an example. Coming up to a red light, she's accelerating until she has to stop. And then she stops. There's none of this just
There's
kind
no
of
coasting.
This is,
You know what you
baby,
need?
are you accelerating?
Right.
And then brake.
You got to get her a manual car, a manual transmission,
Yeah.
so she can put it in neutral and just kind of glide to the stop sign.
She had a manual when we got together, so she knows how to do that.
She
But
forgot.
Did you put it in neutral, rev the engine, like accelerate it, and it's so it got it closer to the
yeah, I
rest
guess I could throw it
Wow.
into neutral, but that's just God love her. And I complain because I drive all the time, but then when I get her to drive, I remember, oh, this is why I drive all the time.
Oh, wow.
Any habits that your spouse drives?
She likes to. My wife likes to drive no matter what's going on with the mirror on the visor. She's looking at herself while she's
Oh
driving.
no!
When I'm driving, yeah, even when
extremely
she's driving,
safe.
or when I'm driving, she's always has that. Thing,
Yes.
and it drives me crazy. I have
Yeah.
to go over there and like.
My wife does that too when I'm driving. She has the mirror
Yeah.
down, and it gets in my way a lot of the times when I'm trying to look over.
Right.
Okay,
yeah.
good. I'm glad that's just not me. Matthew, your wife's perfect. We've
Yeah,
established
come on.
that.
Let's be
That's
smart,
right. I
guys.
forgot we've established that.
The only thing I wish is the air could be on a little higher, maybe a little cooler.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she does listen. That's why
She's
Matthew's on his best
she's
behavior.
a beautiful driver.
Okay.
Wonderful.
All
But
right.
the AC could be on a little higher. That's it.
Yeah, my wife gets too
get the
cold
AC
too
up.
fast but I know there's dual climates, but my wife doesn't know that there's a
doesn't
limit
work.
between how different you can make it. She thinks 78's fine and 66
Yep.
for me is fine. Baby, they can't be that far apart. You'll get a tropic system and
Right.
it'll be
Yeah,
bad
tropical
news.
Kids are in the
system
back of
don't
a
work.
tornado.
Yeah, exactly right.
Mom?
I know we talked about New Year's resolutions and how we weren't really going to do it. We resolved to not have any resolutions, which is great. But here are the 15 hardest things to give up for New Year's for people who want to give up things. Anybody want to take a guess as to what number one was? And not even New Year's resolutions, just giving up.
Smoking probably has got to be up there.
Smoking is, I think, on this list.
I would
Let's
say
see here.
probably their
Smoking
phone.
was number 10.
Wow.
They gave a list of 15. Smoking was number 10.
Probably their phone, social media or something like that.
Social media is
probably not even a thought
Not on
anymore.
here, yeah. Yeah.
Drinking.
Drinking, alcohol was number 4, as well
Fast
as
food.
wine was number 8. There were, for some reason, two different categories. Number 1. No, I'll give you number 2. Meat. Giving up meat. Now, I don't know why you'd want to give up meat, but meat was
Why
number
would you
2.
ever want to do that?
Because red meat's bad for you guys.
Not really. That's
so
why we have
good.
these things, these incisors.
That's true. No, you're right. You're
We
right.
evolved to have these teeth right there. Meat was actually beaten by number 1. I would have thought meat was number 1, but it got beat.
Beer?
Well,
alcohol is beer.
alcohol was number 4. Wine was number 8. Number 3 was bread.
Oh, bread. Yeah.
Bread's hard to give up, boy. And we'll get to bread here in a minute. But potato chips is number 5.
What would be
Cake,
number
number
one?
6.
Candy.
Number
Soda?
7. Number 7, social media. What somebody had said,
yeah,
phone,
yeah.
social media.
Soda, maybe?
Sweets is 13. Clothes shopping was 14. Soda's not on there. Number 1, and you're gonna go, oh yeah, of course. Number 1, chocolate.
No.
Oh no, I would never give up chocolate.
Well, that's why it's the hardest. That's why it's number one.
Oh,
It's
that's
the
right.
hardest
That's
to give
the
up.
hardest.
I'd give up chocolate over a lot of things.
Really?
Yeah.
If you had
Chocolate
to
over like a ribeye or something? Yeah.
man, but there's
You can
something
take
about
my-
that.
Oh man, those are those
indulgence.
choices. I mean, what would you choose? A ribeye or chocolate?
If you
have
had
to
to
get rid of
choose-
one of the two. Oh,
Which one?
I'd get rid of chocolate, I guess.
Yeah,
but
I would
you're
too.
nonchalanting it. You're saying, "Oh, that's easy." It's not that easy.
Chocolate over a ribeye?
Dude.
Or a taco?
chocolate's amazing, buddy.
Are we alone here? I mean, Jennifer would. Well,
Would you
you're-
give up a steak or a chocolate?
I'd give up steak.
See, Jennifer would give up steak.
Am I alone here?
Well,
My mouth right now is like sweet.
yeah, right. Like I'm craving chocolate. I don't go, man. Ribeye would be great right now. I think. Oh,
How about
chocolate?
you give me your grill because you want
Yeah,
chocolate.
I'm
You would
obviously-
give up the ribeye then?
steak.
Over
If
chocolate?
I had to, no, I would give up chocolate. But Matthew is saying, "Oh, that's so easy."
No,
It's not
a
easy.
hard- it's not.
No.
It's a no-brainer.
No, this is a
Absolutely
very
not.
That's a
Sophia
no-brainer
Choice
for me.
esque kind of decision. No, this
Wow.
is not.
I didn't
easy.
know it was that serious.
All right, speaking of giving up things,
Jeez.
here is, as we come to the end of our show, here's the best diet to try if you want to lose weight. This is the best diet. Now, this surprised me.
eating chocolate.
Yeah, give up your cravings for red meat. The diets, they listed the diets. You know, there's all kinds of diets out there.
Oh,
right?
right.
The number one diet. Well, here's let's see here. There's a 4-way tie for number 5 between the Mayo Clinic diet. Never heard of that. TLC diet. Never heard of that. Volumetrics diet and Weight Watchers diet. Those are all tied for 4th.
4.
Number 1. I'll give you the number 1. Number 1, the Mediterranean diet.
Huh.
Doctors say that if you are serious about dropping weight and you want to
Yeah,
lose
it's
weight,
super lean.
it's you know why? Because you're eating nuts and fruit and fish, and they say get away, limit dairy and meat.
Yep.
That's my diet. That's me, man.
Yeah.
Bread,
Cheese
dairy,
and
and
meat.
meat,
Yeah, they're like, just don't eat that.
That's
well
the
then why live?
anti-Mediterranean.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah.
no reason to live if you give up that stuff. But they're serious about the Mediterranean diet. Number 2, the Flexitarian diet. Never heard of that. It tied.
Just like
Yeah, look at that. Flexitarian
Burning
diet
calories.
Flexing.
Yeah.
tied for number 2 with the DASH diet. Anybody heard of the DASH diet?
No.
yeah, I've heard it's like acronym for something.
Well, yeah, it has to be.
Yeah.
Let's see. Followed by the mind diet, which is another acronym.
Oh wow.
It focuses on brain health.
What
So
about
there-
keto? Is keto on there?
34th overall because it's hard to stick to, not very healthy,
Yeah, it's super.
and most
healthy.
people eventually gain the weight back.
I tried keto for like a week and I started getting heart palpitations.
Is that
So
true?
I was like,
Yeah.
I guess I'm not doing this one. It's crazy,
yeah,
man.
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but there are a lot of little tricks nowadays to accommodate people who are, limiting carbs. I mean, from everything from tortillas and rice. I mean, there's
Dude, it's all the best stuff.
They even have to do like chocolate
yeah,
keto bombs.
Yeah, keto chocolate.
Yeah.
yeah.
Sugar
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, now I'm hungry. Now we're going to Whataburger and ordering crispy fries.
with a chocolate
We are getting our cheese,
Do they have
our
anything
meat,
chocolate there?
chocolate shake.
chocolate
shake,
Dr.
yeah.
Pepper shake. Have you had the Dr. Pepper
I
shake?
haven't. I heard
Yeah.
it's very good.
All right, I'm buying the Dr. Pepper shakes.
I have Dr. Peppers in my office right now.
But they're not in the shake form.
That's true.
All right, this is the Carbingo Show. We want to buy your car.
Absolutely. Carbingo.com, easiest way to sell your car. Couple questions. You get a number right away within a couple of minutes. If you like that number, this is before you even speak to anybody.
Nice.
If you like that number, bring it to one of our buying centers. You're going to be treated correctly by a professional, and you're going to get a check within 15, 20 minutes. We make it very simple. It's very, very easy. We're not pushing you to sell us anything. We're not, or we're not trying to sell you any vehicles. We're not trying to trade you out of anything. We just want to buy your car. Really simple. Don't make that $2,000, $3,000 mistake taking it to a dealership where you don't know how much your car is worth. Bring it to Carbingo.com. Give us the information. You're going to get that number. You're going to have that negotiating tool in your hand. Sell us your car. Carbingo.com. 872-272-4646 is the number to dial.
We will do this again next week, boys. Are y'all ready?
Absolutely.
All right, this has been the Carbingo Show on 950 KPRC.